Good day. Let me present the talk Peculiarities of the Ukrainian language as a foreign language teaching in the conditions of distance learning. The authors are Mariia Bilіanska, Alla Kolodyazhna, Yana, Shuhailo, Lubov, Bohoslavets, teachers of the discipline Ukrainian language as a foreign language. The work aims to highlight the advantages and disadvantages of Ukrainian as a foreign language teaching in the distance mode. The subject of the study is the process of Ukrainian as foreign language teaching in conditions of distance learning. Providing educational services to international students is one of the current activity of Ukrainian higher education institutions. In 2019, in Ukraine studied 80,500 of international students. In 2020, their quantity reduced because of the pandemic. The mastery of the Ukrainian language plays a unique role in the educational process of international students, because the duration of the process of adaptation to Ukrainian society, conditions of study in higher educational institution, quality of education depends on the ability to communicate in Ukrainian. In international students' teaching, it is essential to form specific competencies that enable them to participate in intercultural communication and promote linguocultural and sociocultural knowledge acquisition. Analysis of the recent publications on the topic of foreign language learning showed that scientists have focused on the problems of mobile learning and e-learning. Mobile learning of foreign language is learning using devices. E-learning is learning using internet, interactive TV, computer-assisted language learning. Both M-learning and e-learning increase students' motivation, the efficiency of self-study, and engagement in learning of foreign language. Teaching of Ukrainian language as foreign language requires combination of various methods and resources. A positive result has the use of interactive teaching methods such as games, project design, case method, brainstorming, incomplete sentences. A method of conversation about a profession, professional qualities of the individual is also used with students of the preparatory department. It ensures their conscious choice of future profession. Motivation plays an essential role in Ukrainian language learning. Among the main motives that stimulate to master a foreign language are intrinsic interest and arousal of curiosity, mastery, the perceived value of the activity, affective states, attitude to the target language, attitude to the target language community and culture, cultural norms, the local education system, the nature and amount of appropriate prize and rewards, mediated learning experiences, peers factor. In the process of teaching, emphasis is made on the formation of internal motives in the study of the Ukrainian language, associated with the satisfaction from the acquired knowledge and the ability to use them. To receive the information about the peculiarities of Ukrainian language as foreign language teaching was conducted the research at the end of 2020, was conducted an anonymous survey of teachers of Ukrainian language as foreign language. In this survey took part 14 people from 3 universities. Before the forced transition of higher education institutions to distant learning, 59 of the surveyed teachers used online educational resources, and 41 did not feel the need to master computer-integrated technologies. After almost a year of teaching in a changing environment, 100 began to use online resources. The formation of teachers' computer-integrated technology skills and abilities was rapid. The attitude of Ukrainian as foreign language teachers to the possibilities of modern computer-integrated technologies in the educational process demonstrates this slide. 50% of respondents definitely will use it, 29 are likely to use it in the future, 14% of respondents are unlikely to use it, and 7 is confident that this knowledge will not be needed at all. The distribution of answers to the question about the readiness of the educational system is shown on the slide. The full readiness of the Ukrainian education system for distance learning was noted by 14%. 36 partially agree with this, while 43% have the opposite opinion, and 7% of respondents categorically deny such readiness. Teachers use such platforms and resources as Zoom on the first place, 72%, of respondent, Moodle 50%, Google Meet 43%, Skype 43%, Viber 72%, Telegram 36%, Google Classroom 29%, Uber Conference 7%, and others 14%. To determine the features of Ukrainian as foreign language teachers' activities, ways of presenting the material and receiving feedback from the students, and problems that arose, their answers to open questions were analyzed. Most teachers were engaged in the information searching about the online educational platforms and resources. Access to the platforms was provided to them to some teachers by the university administration. A small number took the advice and help of colleagues. The vast majority of respondents combined several ways of organizing classes, in particular conducting online video classes in combination with demonstrating tasks and necessary materials using Microsoft PowerPoint prevails. Next is posting materials on grammar, tasks for independent work, texts for reading, conversational topics on the online platform Moodle. This combination diversifies the work of student and protects against fatigue. In the last place, uploading of the materials to the online application Google Classroom, and the organization of classes and independent work of students using smartphones with Viber Telegram messengers. Not less important task in terms of distance learning was the choice of ways of uploading and assessing of the completed works, because the control of learning outcomes is one of the main components of the educational process. During the distance learning, control was carried out through email, video conferences, Google Forms, and on Moodle platform. The presented survey results show that among the variety of such tools, the most popular was sending completed assignments to the teacher by email. This format is the most time-consuming. Another widespread option is uploading to an educational platform for distance learning and to a particular group in messengers. The results for the analysis of current reasons complicating the transition to distance learning showed that the majority of respondents indicated a lack of precise regulation of the duration of online classes and insufficient skills and abilities to work with online educational resources, low motivation and self-organization of students, high workload and complexity, psychological tension, and other. Analysis of the respondents' answers about the difficulties students face during learning Ukrainian as foreign language in a distant mode showed that technical and motivational factors caused the majority of them. To technical factors refer absence of technical means, absence of internet access, lack of skills and abilities. To motivational were referred lack of motivation and direct communication. Teachers used various ways of motivating students, such as appliance of interactive methods, use of texts about Ukrainian traditions, holidays, audio recordings of Ukrainian poetry, participation in conferences. Also were used such opportunities for acquaintance with authentic speakers as creating a list with video materials, audio materials, communication with native speakers. Conclusions. Distance learning technology encourages teachers to rethink ways of knowledge transfer. There is a need to organize systematic work to improve teachers' professional skills in modern learning technologies. The use of electronic textbooks makes forming language competence more flexible and will allow the teacher to apply innovative forms and technologies of teaching in practice. Among the problems that students face when learning Ukrainian as foreign language are lack of technical means, internet access in the dormitory and the apartment, insufficient level formation of skills and abilities of independent work and work with online educational resources, and low level of self-organization. Among the shortcomings, Ukrainian as foreign language teachers when organizing distance learning often point to lack of clear regulations of the duration of online classes, insufficient skills and abilities to work with online educational resources, high complexity, psychological stress, difficulties in choosing the optimal educational platform for classes, lack of live communication with students. Thank you for your attention.